Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live, and we got to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know, that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Live it. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know, that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have to live it. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have to live it. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to. Yes, 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 yes. Good evening, or good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be on this planet Earth. Want to say happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers forever, because we don't just celebrate Mother's Day one day, we celebrate Mother's Day multiple days. So we got a great show for you starting at 9 o'clock today. So make sure you share the video, share the video, share the video. Make sure you like. And of course, like it says on the screen, King Simon Presents on YouTube. Subscribe today. Click on the bell. Click on bell to be notified when you want to hear this show come on live. You know what I'm saying? So just want to big up each and every one. Of course, that was my song, One Life to Live. Love and respect to all the ancestors, of those that have lost a mother or a grandmother that took care of them like a mother. Salute to them. Make sure you send them some love also. Make sure you send them some love also. Just want to remind certain people, the first person that's going to be coming up will be Sister Nyeka, Sacred Woman Practitioner. Sister Nyeka will be coming up first right here on my channel. So, and then and after that will be Samana will be coming up after that. And then it will be Sister Amunet, Sister Amunet Re Hotep will be coming up third right here on the show. So at 9 o'clock, we have one of our great ones coming up from Sacred Woman Practitioner that's going to be coming up
inside this place called King Simon Present. Of course, just want to make sure that everybody knows that, of course, this event is called Salute to Moms and the Family That Loves Them. That's right. It's Salute to Mom and the family that loves them. If you ever want to do a numerovation session with me, please, please, please. You can text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And if you want to get my book, you're more than welcome to get my books on Amazon and Kindle. The first book that I ever put out was No Promotion is Bad Promotion, and All Publicity is Good Publicity. Just spell my name right. That is on Amazon and Kindle. That is on Amazon and Kindle. So make sure you get that book. Also, the second book that I came out with was the one, the only, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Remember, and they can all be ordered on Amazon and Kindle. That's Amazon and Kindle. So if you want to check that out on Amazon and Kindle, you get that book. And for the children, but it is also good for adults. This particular book is Numbers Are Simple. Our children's health is important. All of them is on Amazon and Kindle. That's Amazon and Kindle. So if you want to get my beautiful book on Amazon and Kindle, make sure you take the time out, you get the vibe up, and you get those books, because each and every one of those books serve a purpose. The first one, of course, the No Promotion is Bad Promotion, is a book that actually deals with promotion and how to promote your business from a small level to another level, using my side, my story, introduction into my world of promotion and production. And of course, the second book is an introductory level to numerology from my perspective and what I've learned over the years. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. And then the other one deals with health, not just for adults, not just for children, but for everyone around you, family members. It will definitely give you the possible ailments that's supposed to come up. So make sure you look out for that. And of course, I got my t-shirt line. If you want to go and get some clothing, you know, we got some merch. You could go all get the King Simon's Numerovation products. You can go to teespring.com. That's teespring.com/Numerovation products. That's teespring.com/numerational products. And you could also go to kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com/products. Okay. And last but not least, you know, I got to big up the classes are soon coming. I'm going to soon have those classes coming up for you. King Simon's Holistic Numerology, which I'm not talking about just holistic from the health perspective, but looking at numbers from a holistic perspective. Where do you find the master numbers? Where do you find the angel numbers? Where are some of these master potentials? What does each one of them mean on their highs and their lows, their ups and the downs? So you keep that in mind also. And ladies, this is these flowers are just for you beautiful ladies. These flowers are for your beautiful selves. I'm giving you these virtual flowers just so you can be in it. This is for you ladies. These flowers right here for all you beautiful ladies out there that are mothers or motherly potential. Big up to all the mothers that are potential mothers. And that's why I produced this one. Happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers out there. I know I am a mother maker. Yes, I have made mothers 9 times. So big up to all the mother makers out there. So respect to us that have been doing the work and still in our children's lives in some form of fashion. So first but not least, of course, we're going to bring up one of our sisters coming up. And like I said, I have Sister, a Sacred Woman Practitioner, Nyeka, coming in the building. And we're going to talk with her momentarily. And then after that, we have Sister Samana coming up. And then to close it out will be Sister Amunet that will be closing out the building. Once again, this is a show about salute to the mom and the family that loves them, you know? All right, so let's bring on our first guest because I see them in the backstage. They are backstage. Let me bring on my first guest, a sister that's I've known for a little bit, like a year or two, and I noticed that she's been enhancing and growing to be her very best on the level of being her very best. And, you know, she's decided to be part of the Sacred Woman movement. Yeah, here I am, your brother in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yes, let's applaud that brother. Let's applaud that brother right now. Let's applaud that brother. Where's the applause button? I'm not playing with y'all. We got the applause button in here. That's right. We got to play. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. No, I'll pay all of y'all later. Thank you. All right, so big up to the applause. Big up to the people of the applause. So, of course, this next sister, this first sister that we bringing up right here on King Simon Presents. This sister here studied on the Queen of Four, and she's studying various things in her own right. And first and foremost, I want to make sure I big up her website before we bring her on, so all of y'all could see that. No, I'm going to put it in another fashion. There, let me edit that to make sure everything is right and exact, so we can see it live and direct. And here she is. We're going to bring her up. Of course, this is to contact Sacred Woman Practitioner Nyeka. Go to her link tree. That's right, link tree / Nyeka Nichols for her products and her services and all the good stuff that she does. Also, she got Cash App. Of course, that's $ Nyeka Nichols, and of course Nicholas. And for her PayPal, that's Nyeka Nicholas at yahoo.com. And if you want to hit her up on IG, she calls herself the Nubian _goddess. Let's welcome right here on King Simon Presents the one, the only Nyeka. Where you at, sister? We're gonna bring you in right now. Where you at?
Hey, how you doing?
I think she's coming up. What's up, girl? What's up?
Thanks for having me.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. You're welcome. Don't worry. I will pay all of them later. It's a whole bunch of them I gotta pay. What's up, beautiful? How you feeling today?
I'm
Happy
doing
Mother's
well.
Day.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm oh, yeah. You're a mother of two, right? You're a mother.
Yes, I have two girls.
Two
9
beautiful,
and 14.
two beautiful girls. Go, wow. You got the teenager already. Lord have mercy. Look, believe me, I've been there, done that. So I'm so proud of you. First and foremost, now, I'm glad to have you on my show for the first time. And I know you're also a sacred woman practitioner under the great Queen of Four, whom I had the opportunity of watching early on Black Girls Rock with I think Erica Badu, Lauren London, a whole bunch of them was on there. All these beautiful sisters was on there doing their thing. So respect to you. Now let's briefly talk about your journey into Sacred Woman and how was that for you, and why did you decide to go that route of, because there's so many routes you could have taken. Why did you decide to go that route? And I tell people about yourself also in the breath. Please.
Well, my journey was, I really felt disconnected. I felt like I didn't have a community. I felt like I needed guidance. And actually the program found me. I was on Instagram one day and I seen Queen and I seen everything that she was doing. And I was like, I need to be there in that space. So I called and I got the information and I joined, and I actually ascended last January. And it's been a beautiful experience ever since.
That's good. That's good. So I mean, from your, I know you got a story, but I want to make sure people understand that people don't just jump into this. You know what I'm saying? People go in because they've been through a lot and all that. So when you decided to make that one step in, because a lot of people don't take steps, some people they second guess themselves, they undermine themselves, they don't think they deserve to do this. What made you, for the listening audience, understand that, this is what I need to do, not just for myself, but for my girls and my family around me? What was those initial steps, those beginning steps to make you go towards that, especially for your beautiful daughters?
The beginning steps was when I seen, it was just an energy. You know how when you see Queen, it's like, wow, she has such a motherly personality and everything about her. When I seen it, it was like, I have to go there. I didn't have the money. I didn't know how it was going to work. I just know that I needed to be in that space. When I had my daughter, my oldest daughter, she's actually a Leo. I'm a Cancer. We used to bump heads a lot. And it would be so bad to the point where I would be yelling, she would be yelling. And then at the end of it, we're both crying. Like I was really out of control. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I felt like I was failing. And I was basically doing what I thought, I was supposed to do, because that's how I was raised, no understanding, no compassion. So I knew that what I was doing wasn't right, but I didn't know how to change it. So something inside was like, I got to do better. I got to do better if I want to be a better mother. I have to do better if I want to break this generational curse of dysfunction, because we were just going through it every single day. And I just was like, no, something has to be done. So I knew inside me that I had to change. I just didn't know how. So like I said, as I was on social media, I found Queen and I was like, I need to go there. Like I basically stalked her page. I went through all her posts, the attention. Yeah, I see all the women. And it was like, it really pulled me in. So yeah, that's
right. No, that's good. Where's your family from, Nyeka?
My family is from the Virgin Islands. My mother is from St. Thomas, and my father is actually from Honduras. Yeah.
From Honduras?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So where Dr. Sabi and the crew is from. Okay. All right. And you got, you British or you U.S. Virgin Islands? The British or U.S.?
British.
Okay, you from the British VI. Okay, we got the British VI, the crew out there. Yeah, I included a lot of people from the Virgin Islands, man, on radio and all of that. So, and that journey from, were you born in any of the islands or Honduras? Were you born in, or you was born?
No, I was actually born in the Bronx. And then when I was 13, we moved to Queens. So I've been in Queens ever since.
Okay, did you ever visit any of those islands?
Yeah, I went to St. Thomas about a couple years ago, and we're supposed to go back for the family reunion, I think in the summer, but with all that's going on, I'm not even sure if we're still going to have it. But yeah.
How about Honduras? Did you ever get to go to Honduras?
Not yet.
You're going to have to go. That's where the land is at. That's where you need to get the land. Any one of those places.
I know. I have to make that trip.
Well, I am proud of your journey, and I'm proud of all the sisters I've known that have done the journey, because I've worked with Queen of Four since the 80s. I've worked with her for so many years doing what I've done as far as being a promoter or being in consciousness. And I've known Queen when Queen was with Phil Valentine. I've known them, so I go back that far. And I'm definitely, I love what she's done. And I always implore the sisters that become sacred women that your job is so to do or produce either than Queen or something on the offshoot of Queen in your own way, in own fashion. So I think that's very important that you do. And all sisters that's listening out there, programs like Queen of Fours programs and Dr. Neat and various other sisters that are doing what they got to do to make sure that our sisters are healing, not just other people, but healing themselves first, because a lot of stuff start with the forgiveness of self. And, that's going to take me to my other question, because I know we all have a journey, and I personally have a journey, you have a journey, and all the sisters that's coming up here have a journey. So far, before you had your children, what type of person were you? And you don't have to get explicit, just be, general, you can go around, but what type of person were you, and and during those times when you didn't have consciousness, did you feel the need, did you know that there was something absolutely wrong, why you needed to change your ways back in those days?
No, I didn't know that. For one, I didn't know that anything was wrong, but I was just, what I would say, broken. I was running away. I was in the street. I was looking for love in all of the wrong places. I was very rebellious. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything except what I wanted to do. And I thought I knew everything. And obviously I knew nothing. So I was just basically at war with myself. And I didn't really know who to turn to or how to get right. But I just knew that I was angry with the world. So it was just like, I tried to do whatever I wanted to do, and it just led me to more self-destruction.
Wow, which most of our sisters have gone down. I've ran the nightclubs back in the day, so I know. I've talked to many sisters in that, and I've been always conscious in those clubs, and I try to give a lot of guidance to sisters. Although I was trying to rap to them, I was always trying to give them guidance at the same time. So, and that's good that you decided to take upon this journey. Now, with your services that you do. Can you talk to the people about what you do and how you do your services and what kind of service that you provide for the people when they want to get in contact you, when they want to get through your website and give you Cash App and circulate the funds to you? What type of services that you do throughout your website?
Well, through Queen, I learned how to do energy readings. I can do home blessings, spiritual baths. I do Reiki. In this day and age with all that's going on, I can do distance Reiki. Sometimes I do tantra workshops because that was one of the issues that I was dealing with too. Being able to be in a space with someone else where I can be vulnerable, where I can be my best, where I could just learn how to connect. And of course, all of that starts with you anyway. So yeah, those are some of the services that I provide. And I'm still adding to my tool belt as we speak. So more to come.
But you said something very key about vulnerability. Being vulnerable. What does that mean from your perspective? Being vulnerable. Why was that a problem, or why is that a problem in our community today, from your perspective?
It was a problem because for me, I was never grounded. When you don't have those basic support systems or connections with your parents, mother, father, you really don't know what it's like to be in a relationship with someone else because you didn't learn what you needed to learn about yourself. So basically, you're trying to get what you need from someone else, which is usually something that you don't even have the language to articulate a lot of the times. And that's what happened in my case. Like, I wanted to be in partnerships, but I really didn't know how. And I didn't even, if you knew me back then, you probably wouldn't even want to be in a partnership with me either, because I was angry, I was aggressive, I was expecting unconditional love when I was giving conditional love. So I was just basically doing what I thought I was supposed to do in a relationship because that's how I grew up. That's what I saw. I saw dysfunction in the household. I saw, relationships coming and going. I saw people screaming, not having a conversation, not speaking from a place of love. I just saw brokenness, pretty much.
And that's where a lot of our families come from. I've seen, of course, brokenness in my family with my father and my mother. And the year I was born, my father opened up a nightclub, which is interesting. So I was raised in a nightclub with the womanizing energy and the whole party energy and the whole thing that I seen and experienced with my father, uncles, family, and all that kind of stuff. So, it was destined to probably rub off on me, especially going through that club life heavy, because I was big into that life. So I totally get where seeing those type of dysfunctions in the family.
I don't know if I shared it with you before, but my mom and dad actually had a nightclub. So they were a part of that life too, but my dad wasn't in the home, so I didn't have any memories of him. So I didn't know what a father figure was supposed to look like. So
right.
You don't have those things. You go and seek outside of yourself elsewhere.
And that's the truth, and sometimes, and I'm glad to know that sisters are in this cycle that we're in now, that y'all are elevating and growing, and of course providing a better space for the children that you have, especially 2 daughters that you have right now, and because they're always constantly watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched my mother and the things that she went through with my father, and I remember my mother saying to me, I got the blunt of it because during that time there was a lot of struggle, and so it's very important that you're healing and you're growing. And that process of healing, how has it been so far? How's that process been for our audience to know that it is a process? It's not an event. It's not a one-day event.
Well, I'm still learning. Every day is a process, because even though I ascended last year, I still have to make conscious decisions to be better than I was yesterday. And the most important thing that I've learned to do is be gentle with myself. Like, this is Mother's Day. I'm not going to throw my mom under the bus because I realized that she did the best that she could, the only way she knew how. But now that I know better, I'm trying to do better with my children, and hopefully they do better with their children so that the cycle is broken. So every day it's making better food choices. It's choosing to communicate and not shut down. It's using the tools that we learned as a foundation, taking our spiritual baths, drinking more water, even something as simple as that. Some people don't do. So it's a process every single day. And I'm honored to be on the journey. Like, I realize that everything that I've gone through are things that I had to go through so that I can be who I am today. So I don't regret any of it. And this time next year, I'll be in a better place too. I'll keep going forward now that I have the tools.
So it's all been a learning lesson, as we all say. Everything. It's been a lesson and a blessing.
The bad, it's all a lesson, and it's all for my better good. It's all for me to grow.
Now, briefly about relationship with the children's father. How was that? Because a lot of our sisters and brothers are going through it right now, because we're in a reset, I don't call it anything else but a reset. Like I said, one of my shows, I said, usually it takes a setback to set us up for a comeback. So right now we're in a reset to come back even better and stronger. A lot of people's learning to adapt. So in the relationship with your children's father, how did that go? How are y'all communicating with each other? How's that working for you? So people know that this is, again, a process.
Well, we're not together now, but we're actually good friends. And that's something that I felt was missing, right? Was missing in the beginning, because usually when you meet people, sometimes you're bonding over insecurities, you're bonding over trauma, you're not coming from a space of love, so you don't really know how to get love. So he's always been like that. And me having the tools that I have now, as I elevated, we can relate really well now. So I had to change. Like when you want something to happen, it has to start with you. So because I changed, the energy around our relationship changed, and now we're in a great space. So now my daughters have the benefit of both parents that are functioning from a healthy space. It wasn't always like that. And a lot of
I understand.
Accountability for my space in it, because I was basically a grown woman acting like a child anytime I couldn't get my way. I would cry, throw tantrums. Typical Cancer, so they say. I didn't know how to communicate. Yeah. It was a real learning experience for me.
Typical Cancer. Yeah, I've grown up with some Cancer, believe me.
And all that. Oh, we cried. Yeah, I did cry, but not so much now. There's nothing wrong with crying. I was out of control with it.
Right. And so what would be your for these next few minutes, what would be your suggestion to the brothers out there, especially dealing with sisters that need to heal from whatever past traumas they went through, whatever journey they went through? Because brothers have went through journey and sisters have went through journey, but because you're now a Sacred Woman practitioner, which that holds a lot of weight when you put that behind your name or in front of your name, a Sacred Woman practitioner, because of the legacy. It's kind of, what do you say to the brothers out there? What would you say to the brothers out there to help the sisters?
To the brothers, I say meet us halfway. Like, do your healing, change your diet, change your words. Speak life into yourself and be honest with where you are. No one is expecting you to be perfect, but be willing to grow. Be willing to acknowledge where you are. Be willing to change, and be willing to communicate, because that's where it really starts. Communication and understanding. Everyone can be talking, but if no one understands, then you're not going to get anywhere. So I feel like the women are going to do our work. We're going to bring the healing home, but you have to be willing to receive what we have to offer as well. And you have to be willing to change for yourself, because it's for you at the end of the day.
That's right. And brothers, believe me, you're watching a brother that still on a healing journey all these years, still, because it's never ending. All the way till I transition, it's never ending. But long as and I say that to both brothers and sisters, as long as we're showing the better and the higher example to our children, that's the most important. I mean, up to this day, all my children except one is talking to me, but I understood, and I'm cool. I'm cool with that, because I've already forgiven myself. I've forgiven myself. All that stuff will fall into place. It's all right. Because I know what I was like back in those days, chasing entertainment and chasing women and chasing all the stuff that I did chase a lot, and having the parties, strip shows, all that stuff I did. So I know what it was. And most of my, the women that I dealt with, that are quote unquote my children's mothers, I met them in the club. Most of them I met in the club. So I'm honest about that, because it's going to be in my autobiography called When the Late Bell Rang. So that's going to be a very interesting one. I just won't mention names. You can't mention names, Nyeka. So being a sacred woman is, to you, last but not least, the last question. What is it being a sacred woman, and what are you planning to do for the future as a sacred woman practitioner? And as far as the other modalities that you're going to take on in your lifetime, what is it that you want to leave? What kind of impact you want to leave?
Well, I want to continue to honor myself, and hopefully I can be a voice for someone else. I can lead by example. Hopefully, like the skills that I have, I can present them in a grander scheme of things. I mean, who knows? There could be a school in the works. There could be businesses in the works. I just want to be more of service, but I know to do that, I have to continue my journey with healing. So that's basically what it doesn't have to be real specific, but I just know that I need to continue to do my work, and it's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out in due time.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing your growth in the next 5 to 10 years, man. I'll be around. I believe around, still working, but taking it to the next level myself. And one more question. What does your name Nyeka mean?
I don't even know. My older sister named me.
Say it again.
My older sister named me, and I never knew what my name meant.
Oh yeah. Wow, you never knew. Okay, no problem. Okay, well, it's a beautiful name anyway. It's a very beautiful name, and I know you also have a very beautiful middle name, so I like that name too. So I remember that. But I want to thank you very much for joining me today on this.
Thank you for having me. You know, I don't usually do this, so thank you for making me feel.
It's all good.
Creating a space. I really appreciate you.
You need to do this well. I'm sure people are enjoying you. You're a very beautiful sister. I'm sure people are enjoying you. So please, you need to do this more on your own. And plus, next time when you start, you really open up and do a whole show together, and let's do what we got to do.
All right, let's do it. I won't say no to opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause, people. Thank you very much, Sister Nyeka. Welcome. Here's some flowers for you, girl. Here's some flowers for you.
I appreciate it. I love
you. Those are for you. All right, beautiful. Care. All right.
Okay. Have a great night.
That's our sister. Take care. That was our sister Nyeka. She was in the building earlier right now. And of course, she is Sacred Woman Nyeka, of course. And these flowers are going to all women. I'm going to say to all you sisters again, this is there to all you sisters. Remember, this is her website right there, to contact Sacred Woman Practitioner Nyeka. Go to, of course, Linktree /Nyeka Nichols. And for Cash App, you don't send a Cash App donation for her for all she's doing. That's $Nyeka Nicholson. That's Nyeka Nicholson. And for PayPal, of course, use Nyeka Nicholson at yahoo.com. And you could hit her up at IG at Nubian Goddess. That's right, Nubian _goddess. Let's get that correct. Of course, I'd like to thank everyone tuning in so far. Make sure you share the video, of course, because these beautiful ladies do have something they have to share, and I'm honored to have on the program at this time. The next one that's coming up in the next few minutes, we're going to bring her up in the next few minutes. We're going to bring up the one, the only Samana, coming up next. And Samana is a great sister. I've met her a few times, and, I can't wait to bring her up. But let me just break down some stuff here before we bring her up at the 9 bells, of course. Just want to remind people, of course, next couple of weeks, I'll be speaking to, let me see, I got a mortician coming in. Let me remove this brand in front of me. Next couple of weeks, I have a mortician, Brother Tyrone Muhammad, the mortician, coming in. Then I have Sister Felicia Harden, her journey through cancer situation and family and all that. I have her coming. She's from the Happy Film Productions. Happy Films is coming out again. They're going to, because due to the whole reset going on, we had to stop the premiere, but they're going to do something different online, and you stream it. I talked to one of the people there. So big up to the whole Happy Film family. And we have a insurance broker and insurance lady for celebrities coming up in the next couple of weeks. So look out for that. And I like to let people know, if they want to advertise with me, you could always contact me by texting me. If you want to advertise your flyer on my show, like I do my own flyers, there is a small rate for you to advertise, and you can advertise for the whole month. And boom, you could be on my show. I got an organic following of 10,000 people that are really supportive, that really don't want the drama. They want the education. They want the knowledge. So if you want to be a part of this machine, because it is a machine. You can be a part of it by contacting me or texting me at 347-496-1022. Please text me 347-496-1022. I like holistic products to be on my platform, educational products to be on my platform, and also metaphysics products to be on my platform, or services to be on my platform. I am not afraid. And of course, I want to remind everybody, this coming Wednesday, we have a beautiful sister who's an astro numerologist that's going to be coming on. Her name is Kaya French. She'll be coming in live and direct with me as we speak about using astro numerology during turbulent times, or for turbulent times, and how to use the numbers. And she's going to be coming from the perspective that she knows from the astro numerology world. I'll be coming from the Numerovation world, a system that I created. And that's what we're going to be doing on that day. And it's going to be on May the 13th at 9 p.m. right here. Same King Simon time, same King Simon channel right here on YouTube via StreamYard. So once again, like I said, you make sure you get my book. I put it up there before. Matter of fact, I don't even need to do that no more. I don't even need to show the books no more. I could just go like this and bang, look at that. Ooh, girl, I love this. I love this. Yeah, you want to get my books? That's numbers are simple. No promotion is bad promotion. No promotion is bad promotion, and all publicity is good publicity. If you want to get my numerology book, like I always say, bang, there it comes. Of course, numbers are simple. People are complicated. Make sure you get those books on Amazon and Kindle. And last but not least, because I got more coming out, I just finished two children's books. I'm just waiting to do the illustration, and I'm finishing up my Numerovation for mental stability is going to be coming out in another couple months, because I got to go to the editor and everything else. Boom, look at this. Yeah, baby. Look at that, family. That's my numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. That's our numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. And like I say to people, numbers is like this. Numerology is applied mathematics. Apply the highest vibration of the numbers, and they will work for you. That's right. That's right. That is right. So, all right. So now on that note, it's 2 minutes before we bring on our sister. It is now 28 minutes after the hour, 28 minutes after the hour. Now, this beautiful sister, she's not only a metaphysics consultant, tarot reader, and a mom of 5 with another one on the way, this beautiful sister. And she is a performer of her own right. I've seen her had spoken word, open mic performances, did a wonderful job, and she has a healing energy. Because I met her at a place called, I think it was Mist. We met at the Mist at, I think, Claude Anderson, or one of these places. I think we met at one of that, and we met over there. And I guess we like reintroduced ourselves. And she has an energy with her, and when she brings this energy, it is fire, but it's actually water and earth. So you got to make sure we're going to welcome on King Simon Presents right here on YouTube via StreamYard. We're going to welcome the one, the only Samana in the building. What's up, Samana? I think let me bring her in. Where's she at? Where my girl at? What's up, Samana? Oh, the applause is for you, girl. The applause is for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. That's our girl, Samana. What's up, girl? How you feeling?
I'm doing well. It's been a great day with my family. It's really nice.
Oh, that's so good. Happy Mother's Day forever to you. Here's some flowers for you, too. You know, I got to give you some flowers. Here's some flowers for you, beautiful. That's your virtual flowers, okay?
Appreciate it. It's beautiful.
It is. Happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers forever. Oh, my goodness. And how's the family? How's the children go? They vend with you. You bring the children to vend with you all the time. How they doing?
They're doing well. They're getting used to the quarantine stuff. I think the only thing really is different is they don't go to like their art classes or the mall. We're usually at home doing things together anyway. They're homeschooled. So, it's just those little outings that they miss.
Well, before we get to it, I want to make sure everybody gets your contact. Go to her website. That's www.Zoomshrine, right? That's Zoomshrine. How you say it?
Shun Shrine, like Oshun.
Okay, shroonshrine.com. And for PayPal and info, use our email at shroonshrine at gmail.com. And Cash App is the same thing, $sign, and of course, IG at Samana underscore Alade, right? Alade? How you say it?
Yeah, Alade.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for being a part of the journey.
I appreciate you inviting me.
Oh, you know, I got to invite you, my sister. You're doing a lot of work out there, and you've done some nice. I mean, you even get into the herbs. You know how to do herbal walks and all that. Now, tell us about your journey as far as your children and before your children. Tell us, how was that before Samana became who she is? What type of person was Samana before that?
Before my children, well, I grew up in a very religious family, very spiritual family. It was a great learning experience. There's a lot of love. I learned a lot about diligence, about really honoring, your soul and the things that you find important and value. As I grew older, I had questions, a lot of things that couldn't be answered through what I was already experiencing and involved in. So it just took me on another level to trying to figure it out. I always want to know the answer. If I got a question, I'm looking for the answer. I read everything. Very inquisitive. And I met he's my ex-husband now, but he was my best friend before we was ever anything else. And we just were able to have these deep conversations and to speak on things. And we just grew in that way. We went through a little hippie cycle. And I would say really what changed my life, I ate a whole lot of ethnogens, like ceremonial doses. And we did that for about a month straight. And I gave away everything I owned and hit the road and just kind of spent my life learning through the journey.
Wow, what a journey you have gone through. Because now I think there's a little echo from your side there coming back at me. How's that going?
I was getting it. Well, it was kind of choppy and broke up when you was asking the question. But now it's clear. But are you still getting the echo?
All right. Well, let's just a little bit. Probably, I think is your speaker up or something in your computer? You might have to mute something if there's like mute inside the computer and talk to me.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to
echo in the background.
Better?
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep. Why can't?
Yes, much better.
That's better? Okay.
Yes, that's better. Good. Okay, good. So, the journey that you've been on and then having these beautiful children. Now, you have 5 and you're expecting 1. Is correct?
Yes.
Now, tell us briefly about each one of them. What would your quick synopsis about each one of your child, from the oldest to the youngest right now? Give us a quick synopsis of those beautiful children.
Okay, my oldest, she's my mirror. I'm a Virgo with a Pisces moon. She's a Pisces with a Virgo moon. So it's, she truly is my mirror. She's kind of like my grandma. She looks out for me. We have great conversations. She's really deep, very intuitive, like our psychic connection. I can go to the store and put something in the cart and she'll be like, "Oh, Mom, will you get those peanut butter things?" And they're already in the cart. But, we just have that deep connection like that. My second to the oldest, and she loves art. She's, all my children are into art. My second to the oldest, she loves musicals. She's a Scorpio. She's not afraid of the dark. Those types of things. She's really into that. Like, even with her schoolwork, I send her videos of, things like John Todd and things about Baphomet and seances and pickled heads and blood and, just things that she finds interesting. She doesn't have a fear of that type of stuff.
That's good.
My third child, she's really, all my children are really intuitive, but she's so loving. She's like everybody's grandma, She wants to make sure everybody eats, that everybody's okay. And she's just so loving. She looks like my mini me, like it's I gave birth to my little self. but like they're all really artistic. My older two are more like book children, but she was the beginning of my children that were more just like into the earthy thing, and teach them from a perspective of just knowing and understanding, and it has to relate to life. It has to be practical, functional. And then my youngest two, so then we go to Raketi. She's a lover and a fighter. She loves babies. She loves mothers. She loves friendship. You know, she loves to meet people. She's my most social child. You know, she's really outgoing in that way. And Kufu, he's the youngest and a boy. He's a little prince, a little king. You know, he has 5 mothers. We all take care of him. But he takes care of everyone too. He opens doors for his sister. He looks out for them. He understands that one day he's going to be bigger than everybody and have a beard. And he never says, when I grow up, you know, when I'm a man, or when I grow up, he always says, when I'm a daddy, I'm going to do this. When I'm a daddy, he's really family oriented, and he is a Taurus.
That's interesting, man. And this, the one that you're about to bring forth, when are you expecting the new addition to the family?
In September, around my birthday. So I'm hoping, you know, I get a little cusper.
That would be beautiful. That was, and you know, and I know each child brings a certain energy with them, and I know that has been a part of your journey also, just accepting and learning to love the energy that they bring. Now, from that experience, how do you make sure that they all are in line and what they want to do and how they want to do things, and how do you really sit down and just be a part of them so they could be able to talk their talk and express themselves the way they can with you? Because I've seen you interacted with your children, and they're very so conscientious and very nice, beautiful children. I've been around them. How do you do that? Because I know it takes some time. Believe me, it takes some time. Please explain to the audience, because sometimes it's not easy to have more than 1 or 2 children, but you have 5 with 1 on the way. How do you handle all the different personalities?
I think the first thing is understanding that they're all different, that you can't approach them all the same way. You have to understand that they each need a different type of love, affection, a different type of like communion with you, and be willing to offer it and give it. Don't try to turn them into what you want them to be, but let them blossom into what they are and be a part of their journey. You know, for me, it's like I want them to know that there's nothing that they have to hide from me, that they can talk to me about anything. They can say anything they want to me, even if it's criticism, as long as they say it in a respectful way. You know, you just have to give them that space to be human beings. Like we are too, when we have our days, when we're off, when we, you know, want to throw fits and things, but we learn how to channel that energy. And it's like giving that to my children. You know, I'm long-winded. You know, I'll get on a topic and they already know, they say the right thing, I'll be on it, and we're gonna talk. But I try to give them practical ideas and reasons. You know, like my son the other night, he was just having a day where he was whining about everything a lot. And so I'm telling him, like, you know, when you go out into the world, that's not gonna work. You go into a store and they short you $3. You know, you can't say, oh, my $3, and think they're going to give it back to you. They're not even going to take you seriously. You know, whereas if you come and you say, well, how much did it cost? How much did I give you? And how much change did you give me back? Then they have to come to terms with the truth of the situation, and they'll call a manager. But you go in there and throw a fit, they might call security. So it's like you have to learn how to regulate yourself. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach you how to do that for yourself.
And how did he accept what you had to tell him at that time?
Well, I mean, they really accepted it, but they laughed really hard at me throwing a fit because, you know, I really get animated. I threw the fit for him like he was in Foot Locker, you know. So there was a lot of laughs, but they, you know, they accepted and understood what I was saying, and he quit whining. So it was a win.
That's a win-win situation. That's what I want to hear. Now, going to your service that you provide, you know, I know you was featured in one of the Cambodia for doing tarot reading. You did an excellent job. I was watching you with the cards. You do well with the cards. I love that. And now, what got you into doing spiritual readings and consultation sessions for people using the cards?
Using the cards, it was something I was drawn to for a long time, and so I got into reading playing cards and then like different types of oracle cards. I really love the soul journey cards. I still use those in cooperation with my tarot. Then I went into angel cards, and I went to tarot and the African American tarot. I never used a regular tarot deck. I like the African American tarot deck. The images always spoke to me and my intuition differently. But I was drawn to them, so I started just building and getting into it. But it was more so for my healing. Not too long before I started going through the process of separation and getting divorced is when I got into tarot. And it was really my healing experience, something I did every day, that I, would read myself and my energy and put the work in for myself. Sometimes when you see yourself so clearly, it's easier to see the direction that it is, you should lead yourself, not trying to hold it in or suppress it. I probably cried every day cutting cards, for at least a year, just dealing with that. I was with my ex-husband for 16 years. So it was a lot.
Wow.
And so I started going, I go to events a lot, take my children, or I go different places. And since I'm always cutting for myself, I carried my cards with me all the time. And things would happen. Someone would say, "Oh, can I have a pen?" And I go to dig in my bag and get it, and cards fall out. And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you read cards? I've been wanting to read it. Can you please?" And so it wasn't something I really wanted to offer. I was actually kind of reluctant about it. But when you say I'm a vessel, you have to pour whenever divine says to pour. So it was something that I started seeing how people would cry, how they would break down, how it brought changes to their life, how it would just help them on their path, that it just became something that I was more open to offer to people.
And when people say that this is, especially coming from a religious family, like you said, they call it devil worshiping and all that. What is your response to that?
Well, I've been through a lot of schools of thought, and I've been, well, I'm Black, so I've been the white sheep of my family, like for, as long as I, even when I was younger, I had questions, and questions were considered blasphemous sometimes to other people within the church. My mom was really open and loving, like understanding, and, your journey with God is your own. So I can't say that they really went there with me when I got into tarot, because I was already weird, so I really have never received that, just from like my spiritual developments. Like, I think they just try to stay on safe categories, safe topics, because it's like I have a lot of love. I have, like the energy that I really enjoy and want to be around is always upful. It's always giving. It's always intuitive towards each other. And like, we don't have to agree. We don't have to share space, but we can respect each other. And if we can't respect each other, then we can create more space.
That's right. We could create more space. I see. And I mean, and that's interesting because, and she, when she says that she wants to be in a wholesome and a environment or a space that's, that's joyful and all that, she really means it. One time, I'll never forget, I think it was at Nicholas, and they did some type of thing in Nicholas where they wanted us to touch each other, hold each other's hand, and look each other in the eyes. And I guess you were my partner, but her energy drew me in just looking in her eyes, and I never felt that energy since probably when I was young, when I was probably had a crush on somebody that I had in Jamaica. And I never felt the energy like that, but it brought out an energy to a point I think I almost cried. I think I almost cried. I think I did. If you remember.
What I remember about it too is like maybe 20, 30 seconds in, that signature smile, it finally left your face, and you was more open. And I can see that you've been through a lot, that you've healed through a lot, that you were growing, and that no matter what you go through or what you feel, that you still get up and put your smile on, and you try to give the best that you have to the world. And it was just a time and a space for me to just be able to love you as the being that you are, not it doesn't matter your past, your future, your history, just in a state of being, everything that you are in totality. It was a moment for me to be able to generate that energy to you without any kind of pretense, without anything but just love.
Yes, yes, and that's I guess that's what I felt, because it was like it was a powerful feeling, and I know, men are afraid to be vulnerable, and I can admit that. We cover it up with our jobs, our business, our smile. I cover it up with smiles all that time. I'll shut it out, because if I shut down my smile, that means something, I've let something in. That's one thing I've learned about myself. Because I was smile. I remember when I was younger, somebody hit my sister, and I was no older than probably 12 years old, and I had my crew with me, when I heard that somebody hit my sister, who was a Virgo also. Somebody hit my sister, and we found the guy, and they always used to call me Smiley. So I'm smiling, I'm coming up, and everything. The guy thought the guy. I threw him off with my smile. I'm coming up, yeah, man, what's up? Boom, boom, boom. And I said, yo, man, you touched my sister. I heard you touch my sister in school. And he said, who's your sister? I don't know who your sister. I said, such and such. I said her name, such and such. And before he could open up, I just went, pop! And then I hit him back, pop! I said, don't you ever put your hand on my sister again. This is 12 years of age.
Yeah.
Then I walked off with my two boys, and I said, let's go. And from that point on, that brother never touched my sister again. And I ran into him recently. He's bigger now. And he came and shook my hands and said, yo, enough respect to you, man. I never forgot. I said, I'm sure you never forgot, but I'm still can defend myself to this day. I'm good. So I'm like, I just had to make sure, because I never, growing up with women being hurt in my family, like, molestation and all that kind of stuff really triggered me, because I felt at a young age, I wasn't able to do nothing. Like I didn't have no power to do it. The men were so bigger. And whether it was my mother or it was cousins, all that kind of stuff. So I always felt that, I went to jail once, Samana, and that's for fighting 7 police officers for my mother. Wow. One time. And I was able to get out of their clutches until she started screaming, because I studied martial arts with William Anthony and Professor Moses Powell and Soke Littlejohn, and something told me not to touch them. And what I did is just move them out the way as they was coming. I backed myself against the wall and just moved them out the way. I didn't hit none of them. I just moved them out the way. It's a keto move, and they couldn't get me. But it's just something about the women in my family that I just did not want. I didn't want to see no pain come to them. And at that time, at a young age, I felt I didn't have the power. So, I thank you for even pulling that portion of me. It's going to take a hell of a woman to probably pull it out again, but it is what it is. I let people know it ain't the same.
Or a hell of a lot of vulnerability.
Yes, exactly. It's gonna take a hell of a lot of vulnerability, and and being that she was in a relationship for 16 years, sister. And what sign was he?
Aquarius, and he's a 1. Well, he's a 10, but he's a 1, like you. So I can usually pick out Aquariuses, at least if they have that same energy as him from being with him so long. It's like I knew him more through observation than through him actually speaking. But he was my best friend. When you're 16, what are you looking for in somebody? So he was someone I could talk to, that, we got along well. We was both like very adventurous. So we went on journeys, him, me, my brother, 2 dogs, and we'd hop in a car and drive off and be gone for years, and then come back and see family and be on the road again. I think sometimes it can be difficult. He's in a space where he's not really able to be vulnerable in that way. And you start learning stuff about yourself. I mean, I went from 16 to 32, so that was half my life with him. So when you start realizing that you can still love somebody, but from a different space, like regardless of what happened, but they can't meet you there yet. You just have to hold that space. Even when it hurts, it's good to have somebody that you can express that to. But you just have to hold that space for them until they can catch up. But it's like I learned that about myself, that I can love you intimately. But when things aren't in a way that I can love you intimately, I can love you from a distance. I can love you in friendship. You know what I mean? I can love you just as the being that you are, but you don't have to have space in my life. So it's, there's levels to the way that we open our heart, and you can't just leave it open to anyone and everybody, because everyone's not going to come up and sweep up after they leave, so you have to be really not guarded, but you have to know to protect your energy. If anything is draining you or bringing you down or using you to invest it into something else, and you're investing everything into them and they don't invest it back into you, you have to be willing to know where to draw those lines. How can I give to you where it doesn't rob me?
That's very powerful, and that says a lot. That says a lot about you. That said a lot about your journey. It says a lot to other sisters that are watching now, and it says a lot to the brothers. What brothers need and what we need as far as to learn each other and understand each other from multiple levels. I can see this is a multiple level thing, because a lot of us are still in pain, brothers and sisters. A lot of us are still in pain. Now, with the products that you have, going to your website now, since we got a few more minutes, so let's go to your website and what services that you have to offer, because everybody sees your contact, your email. If you want to do a tarot reading with her, or link up with her, or connect with her, please tell the people about your services.
So you can link with me on Instagram. I'm usually really active on Instagram. I do have a website. I actually went live with this past Scorpio full moon. So I just have some soaps on there right now. I have about 5 more products that I'm going to upload over the next couple days, and getting into the blog. I have a lot of things I'm working on. But it was a way of life for me, making soaps, oils, natural products, because living on the road and not really being in a commercial type of lifestyle, but still wanting to enjoy things that were natural, I got into making them. So, it's been probably almost 20 years ago, I got into making soaps and oils and deodorants and bath salts and just all kinds of things, crocheting, clothes. I used to make all my own clothes. I wore crocheted shoes for a year of my life because I refused to buy something that was possibly made by a child in a sweatshop. So it was a way of life, and just as you have children and now people depend on you, you start turning it into your livelihood. So it's all things that were just my passion, and I'm in a process of actually turning it into resources that monetize things that I can invest into what's really important to me and my heart and my children and my legacy. So it's going to continue to grow. But yes, that is the website, and I actually built it like that was a serious journey and task for me. Like just that shipping, trying to figure out, someone ordered $20 in soap and now it's $65 in shipping. Like you have to go right back in, change the whole profile. Like it's ain't working. So it was a journey and a learning experience. And I'm really appreciative of it. And I know all of it. Right. Life is experience. Everything is experience. And if you can turn that experience into wisdom, it's always something that's going to give. It's going to keep giving. So, I look forward to even doing more things in that nature with technology and site building and blogs and
Oh, you will. And I'm very proud of your journey. I'm proud of you with the 5 children that you have, and another one that the beautiful child that you got coming. That's a whole journey. And it's like you're just, when I see you, you look like you're just made to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? This motherly love just comes out of you. And that's honestly sweet. Wherever I go, because you're flexible and adaptable enough as a Virgo energy to be at certain festivals and fairs and just be all over the place and be right there. And all of a sudden, I just see you pop up over here. And I said, oh, this girl is everywhere.
And that comes from my previous lifestyle of being able, so many times I've given away everything I own to seek a new beginning. With the same man, like we wanted to do it together. When life felt stagnant, I had no issue. I give everything I owned away that people wanted. And then our joke was, we called it the Goodwill dump site. Anything that nobody wanted, we just take it to Goodwill and we pack up what we want in the car and drive off. And we end up wherever we end up. And it was always a beautiful journey. I always met people in alignment. It grew my life. And, it's something I'm thankful for. But it makes it easy now with children. And then when we were together, we lived in RVs. So the children moved with us a lot. So it's not even something new to them. They enjoy it. When things feel stagnant to them, they're ready for a journey. Like my oldest daughter's ready. She's like, oh, yeah, okay. July can't come soon enough. you know, and they don't have a fear of change.
Exactly. And one more thing. Tell the audience, or tell women and men that might want to go on a journey like you did and have done throughout your life in such a short time, because you're not an old lady. You've done it in such a short time in your life. Tell people out there, what should they do if they want to just be free and take that journey? What you feel they should do, especially with their children, if they have children, all that, and how can that be possible if they wanted to do something like that?
I think when it's a big change, like if you've never lived that lifestyle, it's kind of like you don't want to cold turkey it unless you know that you got that inner strength to always follow through. So it's good to just take a step at a time. Say you want to get into nature, you want to move into an RV. Take your children to a campsite, you know what I mean? Camp out in a tent, rent a yurt, rent a little cabin, and see how y'all do living in a more rustic, a more primitive lifestyle, and see how that works for you. Then get into, looking into RVs, looking into being more mobile. It is a cheaper lifestyle. You can do a lot more things on a lot less. That was one thing that made it really attractive to me still, even after having children, is that even though we had smaller space, we spent a lot of time outside. You live in an RV, you might go in there to cook, and it's really nice to cook outside because it gets hot. But we pretty much went in there to go to sleep, or if I needed to work, sometimes there, or I would, just put it on a picnic table. But you have to be flexible in that lifestyle.
Right.
You can't be rigid, and you have to be willing to accept change and to take an opportunity when you have it. But it's an inexpensive lifestyle. But you really have just to be able to commit to the journey or whatever it is that you want. Put your foot down, put your hand on it, and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do. And then now just take your steps towards that. Some people can take leaps and bounds. Some people got to crawl. Some people running. But it's like once you make up your mind that you're going to do it, then you just stick with it and roll with it. It's like everything's not going to be easy. Like we know that you're going to struggle for anything you do. You struggle to pay your bills. If you work a job 40, 60 hours a week, you still struggle to pay your bills. You're going to struggle for anything in life that you do. So why not struggle for something that you're passionate about?
Thank you very much, my beautiful. Thank you very much, my sister, for even coming on and joining this. And thank you for such a great personality, great spirit that you have. And please give all of the children a hug for me.
I will. Thank you. They remember you as the man when Khufu ran away in Walmart. You helped us find it.
That's right. Well, Samana, I want to thank you. When you gonna put out your music, huh? I need to hear some music. What's up with your music?
I am actually working on it. So hopefully in the middle of next year, we'll have an album and a couple of videos. But yeah, we have some real fire going down right now. It's really dope. And my brother is producing some beats for me. Jay West Beats. That's my brother. He produces. He does music. He's amazing. And I'm working with some other artists. So Eltronics is another brother that got me a beat. I've worked with Push Buttons in Jersey. Like it's some real dope musicians out there and producers. So I'm working towards next year to put something out. So
That's good. Because next year is a 5 year, and 5 is connected to the Virgo, so that's good for you. Yeah. That'd be good. All right. Well, I'll give you a round of applause. Thank you very much for being a part of us.
Thank you.
You enjoy your trip, enjoy your travels, enjoy the new baby. Love to those children and the family around you. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Happy Mother's Day once again to you forever, ever, and ever. All right. Thank you. Right. Bye. So that was Sister Samana in the building. Remember, go to her website. That's our sister's website. Big time, of course. Shrine.com. That's shrine.com. And for her PayPal, make sure she go to her email, shoonshrine@gmail.com, and Cash App $shoonshrine. And of course, her IG, big up to her IG. That's Samana_Adale in the building. Want to thank her for being a part of my journey here on King Simon Presents. This is a give and take. This is a family. This is what we do, and this is how we do. And I respect the sister so much, immensely. I'm glad she is doing what she does with her children. And of course, Once again, we want to thank, of course, Sister Nyeka for being a part of our journey, also being inside. And of course, let me put her banner up before we bring on our next guest. Before we bring on our next guest, I want to make sure I put mention Nyeka again. Make sure you contact Sacred Woman Practitioner Nyeka of course, her website is linktree/Nyeka Nicholas, and a cash app is Nyeka Nicholas, and PayPal is Nyeka Nicholas at yahoo.com. And of course, the IG is Nubian_goddess. Now, the next person we have coming up, woo, man. This person that we have coming up, I have to say it before I do that. Let me shout out the next week's show. Next week's show, tune in this Wednesday. Tune in on Wednesday, May 13th. At 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and 6 p.m. Pacific time with astronumerologist Kaya French will be on with me this coming Wednesday. We're going to be talking about it, man, and how to use numerology during these turbulent times. So the next person I got coming up with me is not only has been a friend of mine since 1980s, but she was also my first wife back in the day, and my first empress in the Ansarul Allah community. Let me big up her website right now, because she got a new website, and you wouldn't believe I had our first son, which was Adam, but she also had a son prior to that, brother Jalil, great military person now, but she has 12 children. And this is a soldier for children. I love this sister because she's done her work. You can't even take that away from her. You can't even take that away from her. I love her immensely. Like I said, this was my first wife in the Ansarul Allah community under Imam Isa, that I always called him. Dr. York, as the Nuwapians, as y'all know him as. We knew him when in the Ansar, he was just singing and just going out there, but still Imam Isa. But as he made his transition, and after I left in 88, I know in the 90s, he started making this transition more into Dr. York and the whole Nuwapian movement. I just want to give a well-deserved round of applause to this beautiful, beautiful sister that I'm about to bring on. Her name is Amunet Re Hotep. You better welcome her on. Got the rounds of applause. Wait a minute. Let's bring her in with a well-deserved round of applause for one, the only Amunet Re Hotep in the building. What's up, girl? You get all the applause, girl. You get all the applause.
Greetings. I would say greetings, as we say Rahubat, greetings.
Rahubat.
All that to everybody. How are you?
How you feeling, girl?
Before we begin, it's kind of choppy. Could you hear me? Could you sound like you was chopping up when I was listening to you?
I can
hear me clearly?
I can hear you clearly. Yes, I can. Are you on your computer or are you on your phone? Where are you on? You on your phone?
I am on my phone, and it is kind of a little choppy, but I'm on your side. That's what I wanted to make sure.
Are you near your Wi-Fi? Can you get close to your Wi-Fi, or you can't? Are you close to your Wi-Fi now?
I think I'm close enough to it. I mean, it is in the other room, but anyhow, I don't want to take too much of your time.
Okay.
But as long as you can hear me,
I can hear you. You can hear me?
How are you doing today?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful.
It's just a little choppy.
All right, so I'll speak slower so we can get all of this. So before I go in, I want to make sure we big up your products. Of course, to purchase products and to contact Amunet Re Hotep, go to her new website. That's www.muntra, right? That's Mutra.
It's the cards are right here. They are. It's mu. It's broken up in words Mudrutra, like Kama Sutra, but it's called Mudrutra. So you gotta roll the R with your tongue.
Oh, Mudrutra. Yes, I know how to roll some R's. Mudrutra, and Cash App. Go to our Cash App, which is $Taslim13. And for info and PayPal, you can always email her or go to a PayPal at amunet43@gmail, and of course her IG at Mutra 87. That's Mutra at 87. So 87. So make sure you say it again.
It's pronounced Mudrutra.
Madutra.
Mudutra. Yeah.
Madutra.
Yes.
Madutra. Madutra.
That
Madutra.
sounds good.
Yes.
That sounds
So
good.
that's the
Yeah.
that's her brand of Kama Sutra. Is that would that be correct?
Yes, absolutely. I really, what I really equate it to, or that it equals to, is really the sacred arts of engagement. It's like partners engaging itself, but the sacred arts of engagement, because
Mm,
we are not so used to engaging in each other anymore as masculine and feminine. So I created
mm,
cards that would promote love again. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
mm.
Because we don't even give a chance to even sit in front of each other as men and women, or sacred masculine and sacred feminine, for everything that we do. All the juicing and all the yoga and everything that we do. We don't sit down and just say something honest to each other, or say something loving to each other, or just get up and just dance, to the rhythm of the beat, to some old jams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I formed these cards to bring back the sacred arts of engaging with each other. You know?
Mm. Well,
Yes.
I'm honored to at least be the one right here to promote it on my show and bring you out because we go back a long time. We go back a long
Yes,
time.
it's been a long,
Yeah.
long time, my dear. And I've been loving you all that long time forever.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I know. I love you
Yes.
too, my dear. Love you too. And let's go back because we got a little time, got half an hour, but let's go back to let's your journey, let's say, because I know your journey hasn't been an easy one. And I know the journey still is worthy. If you do,
Yes.
yes, it was a worthy one, but it hasn't been an easy one. All right. And you're like one of my
Yes.
aunts
Well.
who
Hmm.
I said you're like one of my aunts. My aunt had 12 children that I know, and I was raised around them. And I know that it was something else to just handle those 12 from your perspective, raising children like that amount of children, because you are the mother. That you got 12, you are the mother. So how was it, and
Yeah. Well,
how was your journey? How was your journey raising them?
if I'm allowed to have the talking mic or the talking stick, I will
Go
explain.
ahead.
Am I
Go
allowed
ahead.
to? Am I allowed to have the talking stick? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
I am a mother of 12. I'm a mother of 12, but I would have been a mother of 14. So I had 12, and they are living. They are very healthy, and I'm very grateful. I always tell people, furthermore, that through my weaknesses, I know my strengths. And so with children, I always tell people that as mothers, or as a mother, I always give my children 99% of all of me, but that 1% that I have for myself, I make that a complete 100. Meaning that nurturing myself, going within, doing the things that I need. Because, as doing my numerology, I'm very independent. So I also need my space too, to be able to cultivate myself, and just get in tune with myself, so I can be able to take care of others. And that is my nature, to be able to take care of others. People
Mm,
always ask me all the time, how do you take care of 12 children?
mm,
And thinking about my mother will always say, oh my God, all those different personalities, because
yeah.
we deal with multiple, up to 30 personalities. We can deal with. We deal with our mother, our father, our grandmother, our grandfather.
Mm,
It go all the ways back. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
but what I realized, that as a woman, we can love more than one, right?
Mm,
and
mm,
and and, and with me knowing that I love each of my children individually, and I give them the love that is deserved for them by being an individual.
mm,
And it is something that I guess it was just innately within me, because genetically, dealing with my grandmother, where I just found out my great grandmother had 16 children, and
whoa.
she lived to be 100. Yes.
How many? How many?
And
How
she
many
lived to
kids?
be 100. She had 16.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Go ahead.
And she lived to be 110.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And
Wow.
and the mitochondrial DNA of genetics passing on, her daughter had 12. I mean, had 13. So, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit underneath that by numbers, but still,
Right.
genetically,
Wow.
it was already destined for me to be able to have the children. So, it's always said, lead the path so others can follow. So, but with me, I knew that was my path ever since I was younger, because I was told by a great man, Dr. Malachi York, that I would have a tribe. I never knew
Mm,
what that meant.
mm,
Now, 12,
mm.
as you know, is a tribe. It's considered a tribe. One and a two. I mean, one and a two, 12. So I was
Yes.
like, wow. But it still amazed me that, by having 12 children, because when I have all of them together, like I
Hmm.
did yesterday for my daughter's graduation, I was
Hmm.
like, wow, this is really me. This is really my legacy right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still living in it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
still visualizing it. But it's easy for me to take care of so many children, because I've always been raised that way, to be around children, to nurture children, to be a caretaker of children ever since I was 9 years old. So it never
Mm,
was nothing for me to be able to be plentiful and multiply as I have done, and to be able to
mm.
take care of them. People be like, I only got one. How do you do that? I said, well, for one, when you have one child, it's easy to say that. But when
Right.
you have more than one, you learn how to divide your time, and you also learn how to not be so selfish, because usually people with one children, sometimes they can be very selfish, and the children don't know how to share.
Hmm.
But by me being in a community setting and always being around tribal living, it wasn't hard for me at all, and it was just in my genetics to be able to do that, from my grandmother to my great grandmother.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
Wow. And that journey is everlasting, of course. Do you think that one of your children or your grandchildren will have the same amount as you or your grandmother? Did you hear me?
Yes, I hope that it does evolve and that it does.
Hmm.
Yes, could you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Could you hear me clearly? Yeah.
Yes.
So I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I'm still in the state that learning about my grandmother. She still had children in her late 50s. I am turning 52, and by my doctor and my physician, I can still have children.
No wonder, no
Yeah.
wonder, no wonder you making those cards. Those cards are necessary.
Well, I'm using my sacred femininity in a creative way. You got to remember,
Yes, yes,
the feminine mind is the God mind. The
yes,
God mind is a creative mind. So I'm,
exactly.
with the help of you,
Yes.
always giving my consultation, I always been having guidance by you and being led the right way of knowing my destiny. So I thank you for that, King Simon. Thank you.
Well, oh, you're welcome. Thank you
Yeah.
very much for all you've done. I wanna. You remember when we met? We met at the pizza parlor. You remember? You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was,
Yes, I
and people
do.
that know, people that might be watching that was in the Ansars back in the '80s. I was one of the pizza men back in the day. Still got the recipe, but a lot of people don't want to use it.
He made the best pizza. He made the best sweet.
I was one of them. I'm not gonna take my claim. I'm just gonna take. I was one of them. But she's always had this vibrant energy from since we were young. This and our son is what, 31 now, or 32, 31. Our son is 31, and she's always
Yes,
had this
yes.
energy.
Born in 1909.
98, yes, right, 89. So she's always had this vibrant energy that, we of course, you go through your ups and downs, especially through personalities and relationships. Dealing with the personalities that you dealt with, did you expect each one of them to come out the way they are now, and that what they're doing now? Because each one of your children are very talented, from their own
Yes,
perspective.
I give thanks. I'm very grateful.
Right, right.
Yes, but
Yeah.
just like, dealing with our culture and dealing with tapping into knowing who we are and how I was brought up, and as not just giving our child a name, seeing what they possess and their characteristics and
Yeah.
their personalities. We name them within 7 days, and once you do that, you also see the development of them within the 7 years, and knowing what is their talents and what is not. So with my children, I was able to see and tap into seeing what their talents was, because, you know, like for me and your son,
yes,
he sings like we do, like me and you do. And he's
yeah,
an artist like me and you, and he's creative like me and you.
yes,
So
yes, he
so
is.
it's like when we see him, like, boy, that boy can sing. And I always say, well, he get it honestly from his mother and his father.
And we can honestly
You
say
know,
that.
genetics plays
No,
genetics plays such an important part
uh,
in our children.
yes,
And
yes,
it's so
yes.
important to see genetically how their makeup is, but also too seeing where their creativity is, and then asking them, what do you want to do? Like, for instance, my daughter just graduated. One of my daughters graduated yesterday. She's a biochemist in the medical profession. She's a
Good.
scientist. She studied on cancer research and malaria research. And now she just got accepted out of 3 people in the Boston Medical Science University. And
Right,
when
right.
she was 9 years old, she said, you know what? I want to find the cure for cancer.
Woo!
And I told her, I said, you know what? You can.
That's right.
And
That's right.
from then on, she just got into the knowledge and science of just wanting to be a scientist. And now she is that. But I never stopped her. I just encouraged her. So when, you know, our children are not us. They just come through us.
Come
When
through us.
they display certain talent, you must keep cultivating it like a seed and let it grow. Of course, we have ups and downs. And like myself, I've been through a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? But I always love the creativity side that was innately within me. And I always wanted my children to bring that forth, you know?
You know,
Yes.
and just to remind everybody, you know, we got some people watching. We got 46 people watching, 50 something people watching, and 39
Hi,
likes. Make
everybody.
sure
How
you
you?
turn up them likes, press them like buttons. Remember, please share this video because, like I said, it's a salute to mom and of course the family that loves them. And make sure you go and check out her products. Please check out her product with her new card, and she got candles and she got aura sprays on her website. Madutra. Got it right. I got it. Madutra. Right? I
That's
got
right.
it.
And we say,
Madutra.com.
and with the Madutra energy, I'm sitting back writing a book on it as well too.
Good.
And that's coming along. That should be finished hopefully by, you know, beginning of September, the end of August. And
Yes.
it's a Madutra book, and it's about 2 characters, sacred masculine and sacred feminine, and you know, this the energy of them
You froze. You froze.
knowing each other in past lives. You know, they
Mm,
like, so it's like one sparks another than another. So I'm just going off with it, just taking my brand and it's sprouting out in many avenues, and it's just working for me. I just love it. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with love.
and that's good because you're in that expansion cycle of the number 3 according to the number, so that's good. And that's all about expanding, writing, production, all of that creativity and letting it out. So you're in the right space, and the more you stay in that space, the more you'll feel needed and feel love even more, because you're now releasing and letting out your legacy, which is going to cause generational wealth. And that's what's important, you know. And and sometimes, going back, even going back into the community when I was there, I wish Doc had taught us a lot about realty when I was in the Muslim community. You know what I'm saying? I know he probably got into it a little bit in the Nuwapian community, but he should have taught. I wish he would have taught us more about realty, because I would have definitely invested from young and get everything going. Because we basically came into the community at a young age. We came in at a young age. I came in at a young age, so I totally, but I'm happy that you kept the path, you kept on your path, you kept focused, even though what went on and what went up and the ups and downs that's going on, you kept steadfast, focused. And I tell people all of that. That's very important, that our women especially have to have some type of order to keep them out of the cravings of the demons outside. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you are still
Yeah.
on your path.
But
You want to
I'm grateful because coming up through Nation of Islam with Elijah Muhammad, and
Yes.
still staying steadfast with order and discipline, it has allowed me to be cloaked and be protected. Not saying that, we don't live of this world and buy it. Don't get me wrong with that. But I was still protected. It's because of the way my mother raised me up in the Nation of Islam, and I just continued on to want to keep that discipline. As I met you, you was the first one. You and the other brother gave us a book, an incense that you were selling when I met you, and so the impressions that is felt through our spiritual journey, those guides and those master teachers that help us. Back then you was a guide for me. That helped me to connect with my spirituality. And even now, as I write my books and doing my site, you still help me with that. I come ask you for guidance and you give it to me.
And that's right.
So we got to know that we are all connected.
That's right. We was in Long Island at
Yes.
that pizza parlor. That's right. That's right. And Ayub and myself was selling up there. That's right. Now it's coming back. See, I need all of this for my book that I'm writing, my autobiography, son. Thank you.
So I can call him my spiritual dad at any time and ask him, and I can call you at any time and ask you. That's a connection, of this the true divine love that we still have, and that's what I put into my products, into Madutra, because it's something that we have for the love that we do, the divine love that for what we do, for what you do, for what I do as a mother, for other mothers. We got to remember it's a divine love, the connection that we have that allows us to continue to do and live our purpose, even though we are in this skin suit and we got to do physical things. Okay, we have that spiritual awareness, and that's going to continue because we know we live in our purpose and doing what we got to do for our people.
And what's so interesting in the science of numerology, the name mother in the Chaldean system, which is an older system than Pythagoras, adds up to 27, which is 9, and 9 represents the universal love energy, universal creative energy. So that's the name mother alone. And then on the Pythagoras side of numerology, it adds up to 34, which is a 7, which is the spiritual side, the intuitive side, the introspective side of mother too. So it's very important that people understand. That's why I do numbers, and numbers was definitely given to us from the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as far as through the 5% nation. But it was definitely Doc that started breaking down the number 19. If you remember back in the day, he used to break down the number 19 and the meaning of the Quran and Bismillah Rahman Rahim and the 19, the 19 words or letters in that. So that's what also attracted me to numbers before I left and moved on. But I'm telling you, well, I'm proud of you, sister, for what you are doing. My dear one, and what you have been doing and what you continue to do. You're leaving a legacy. You're definitely going to leave a great legacy for those babies, because they've Jalil all the way down, because it's you and Jalil that I basically met first, and those were you with him was that's who I met. And Jalil, I'm looking at him on Facebook, and I am I'm proud of him. You hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, you broke up a little bit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Could you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, now I was saying I'm so proud of Jalil and his accomplishment with his new wife and the baby and everything. So proud of Jalil, because that's the one I mainly know. Him and of course our son.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm but the rest of them I've met them, and they look like very good. They've been respectful when they see me and met me. So enough respect to all that you're doing with them and all the grandbabies that you're getting now, because there's gonna be more grandbabies are coming. Are you ready for that?
Well, Jalil still. I don't know, but Jalil still see you as a you was one of the ones that helped raise him, so he respect you for that and love you for that as well too. So you got to remember your input too was part of his growth and development, through his experiences. And so yes, I am ready for more grandbabies, because I don't want to have them. Let them have them.
That's right.
I did my duty.
You did your duty, but your doctor said you could have more though. So, hey, but want to thank you very much. I want to thank you and tell people about your products on your line, all the different products that's there, and tell them. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Tell them about your products.
Oh, thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody that's watching. I hope you're happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Mother's Day is every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so we gotta appreciate ourselves and know that so others can appreciate us as well too. Okay.
That's right.
Thank you.
You want to tell them about the other products that's on your website?
Well, like I said, I have cards behind me. I have the portraits as well too, the Madutra portraits, because my daughter is an artist. She's going to school for graphic design and website building, so she helped me with my website. But she also too helps me with my artwork as well too, my Madutra artwork, which is, I don't know if you remember back in the day where they used to have the velvet, like the love images on the velvet.
Yes.
So back in the 70s, remember that?
So I have a poster.
Renewing some.
I have it.
Oh, I want to see. You got the one with the positions.
Hold on. Yeah, keep on talking about your, and I'll bring it out. Go. Keep on talking about your products. I'll bring it out. Go ahead.
So people, Madutra, you can go to madutra.com, right? And I have the cards, the love cards, the Mamasu cards. I'm gonna open them up for you. But while I'm opening them up, you can also go and I have candles, t-shirts. I have the aura. I make a Madutra aura spray that it cleanses. You can even put it on your body and your hair because it has nothing but essential oils. And then I have the Madutra oil, which is a fabulous smell for women. But hold on, I'm gonna get the cards for you. Hold on for a moment, please. Like I said, the website is madutra.com.
Like I told her, I got the poster. I got the posters.
These are the cards. Oh yeah! Oh wow! I'd like to get a copy of that.
Yes,
nice,
I do.
Nice. Okay. How long you had that?
I've had it for years. Years. My father used to have it in his nightclub, something like this in his nightclub back in the day. So.
Nice. And that's the one that glow in the dark, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Talk about your product.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, it's okay. It's all good. It's all in alignment. It's all in the divine order. So what I'm saying is that the cards, I have the cards on my site. You can go to madutra.com, MUTHUTRA.com. You can go to Madutra87 on Instagram, and you can also see some of the portraits, the art. I call it the art love work. And I also, with that, do poetry and poems to go with that as well, to the Madutra art and the Madutra poems. And on the website, we have the cards, the love cards, the sacred arts of engagement. We have our candles. We have aura spray, Madutra aura spray, and we have our candles. Oils. Excuse me if I repeated that. But so go to madutra.com and check out my website. Thank you.
Well, I thank you very much for being a part of this journey here, my dear. Thank you very much. I want to thank you, and don't forget to tell your daughter I would like to contact her and see if I could throw some ideas at her and if she could get creative around these one of my children's books.
Of course, we are.
Okay.
Of course, she is here to assist you, and since we're in the quarantine, it's good to get them now. You know how children are.
Yeah.
So,
I know,
but she's out of she's out of school on school break right now, so she does have time to do that because she's still working on artwork for other people who hire her to do things. She's really good.
Okay.
Really good.
Okay. So, well, once again, thank you very much. I'm not going to keep you on. I'm going to get ready to shut it down. But I want to thank you very much. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being my first child's mother. Of course, all the energy that you've given him and he's brought to me, and all the love that him and of course Jida. Enough respect to your great mother who transitioned years ago. Good friend of mine.
That's right.
She's a good friend of mine. Her and I used to laugh back in the day.
I didn't get a chance to call your mother, but tell us a happy Mother's Day. I will give her a call. Tell her I love her. Okay.
Yeah. Please. Well, I'm going to give you a round of applause once again. Thank you very much. Let me give you a round of applause. Thank you very much for coming out. Thank you. And you be safe. Have a safe night. Sleep well. Love you. Love you. Love you.
Nothing but divine love. I should. Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right.
Take
Take
care.
care. All right. Peace. That's my sister. That's my former wife, a beautiful empress and queen, the one, the only Amunet, known as Taslim back in the Ansar days, but Amunet Re Hotep in the Nawapian days, of course. And make sure you go to a website when you support family, and we support family, and you got to have family business all the time, and that's what we got to respect. Purchase a product, of course, and her website is madutra.com. Cash App is $Taslim13. And for more information and PayPal connection, you can go to Amunet43 at gmail.com. And her IG is Madutra 87. That's Madutra 87. Want to thank her for being a part of this journey, and thank all the rest of them. Let me continue to shout out. Let me shout out those sisters that came on before. The first one you seen that came on before was the beautiful Nyeka. She came on. She had 2 children. Her website is linktree / Nyeka Nicholas. Of course, the Cash App is Nyeka Nicholas, $ Nyeka Nicholas. For PayPal, Nyeka Nicholas at Yahoo, and Nubian_goddess. That's her IG. And then the second person that came on was Sister Samana, of course, shroonshrine.com, shroonshrine.com. And for PayPal, shroonshrine at gmail.com. And Cash App is $ shroonshrine. And IG is Samada_Alade. And then last but not least, we had my former wife, former empress, and still dear friend of mine. I don't lose enemies. I don't lose friends, put it like that, not enemies. I don't lose friends, especially especially if we was connected in any way. Her website, once again, is madutra.com. That's madutra.com. Cash App $ Taslim13 for more information. Make sure, and PayPal, that's Amunet43 at gmail.com, and of course at Madutra 87 at IG. Now, family, what's up? What's up with y'all in the comment section? I hope everybody's all right out there. How y'all doing in the comment section? That's awesome. True Talk. They were awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank y'all very much. I hope you celebrating Mama's. Let me give y'all a Mama's Day flowers. Let me give all of y'all a Mama's Day flowers. All you beautiful women, this is for you. For all you beautiful women, this is for you. So, hey, these flowers are for you, beautiful ladies. These are for you. Y'all deserve this bouquet of flowers, because Mother's Day, like she said earlier, and like all of them reiterated, Mother's Day is forever. It's every day. Happy Mother's Day to all the great mothers and those that have lost their mothers. I want to say enough condolences to the family that have lost their mothers or grandmothers, and those that meant a lot to them, that was a mother figure to them. Please light a candle for them, a white candle, get some water, get their favorite drink, get their favorite fruit or whatever, and put their picture and talk to them, and let them talk to you through the dreams or through the downloads of the insight. Let your mama or your mother figure talk to you through the insight, and give them some flowers. Bring a flower and put it on the altar. Learn to do some altar work. Y'all got to do some altar work. And it's all right to do some altar work. I have an altar over here. I have an altar over on this side. I have an altar up here. I have an altar that's back. And I got like four altars here. So, of respect. And if you want to learn more about altars, you can contact Sister Yendez. Let me put some names up here that you can contact if you want to learn deeper science about altars. If you want to learn deeper about altars, I'm going to put it about altars. Let me put it up in big. I got it in cap. Okay, so it's all right. About altars, please contact. I've had people like Sister Yendez contact for altars. About altars, contact Yendez. Sister Yendez is very good with altars and how to feed your altars. And her IG, if you want to hit her up on IG, is Ancient Blends at IG, Apothecare. Ancient Blends _Apothecare. That's Ancient Blends _Apothecare. Let me see if I have that here. Or you can go to her website. Let's put it on the website, www.cowrie shell Let me put those. If you want to learn more about altars, contact these people. And our brother Gano Grills, Sri Master Gano Grills, is also very good with altars also. Hold on, this thing is messing up on me here. Let me make sure. Shell.com. And then let's go to Gano Grills website, Sri Master. Let's say, yes, Sri, SRI, Master, Gano. Gano Grills is good with altar work and how to do some altar work. I'm learning along the way myself. Again, this is a priestess, of a Kemetic priestess. So make sure I put her title there, priestess. And I put Sri Master Gano Grills. You can go to his website. That's www.galacticus, www.galacticus, LIGTICUS.com. I'm gonna put them up right now. Those are good websites to go to. Get some altar work done. Learn how to do some altar work. I know Gano Grills, Sri Master Gano Grills got some ancestral money. Priestess Yendes can show you what to do as far as make sure I said that right. Oh, let me take that down. That was not right. I don't like how that looked. Let me do that again because I think I spelled cowrie shells wrong. Okay, that's www.cowrie. Now I got it. Shell. Now I got it. I want to make sure I'm spelling it right. I don't want to disrespect people's website. And of course, let's say Galacticus, www. I want to make sure I got it right. So forgive me, family. Galacticus.com. You don't want to disrespect people's website. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go. Now, these are the website you can contact for some type of altar work. If you want to do some altar work, contact these websites. That's, of course, www.cowrieshell.com. That's cowrieshells.com. And you can go to www.galacticus.com to get some ancestral money from our brother, the one, the only Sri Master Gano Grills. Okay. And cowrieshells.com is owned by Priestess Yendes. So these two websites are good for you to go to. And I hope you enjoyed the show with those beautiful sisters that I had. Sister Nyeka, Sacred Woman practitioner. Sister Samana, another great practitioner in what she do as far as the tarot and the mystical arts. And my former wife, the one, the only Amunet Re Hotep, beautiful sister that I've known for many years with a beautiful spirit, beautiful 12 children she has and grandchildren. So, and enough respect to my son that's doing some great work in the music world, and all of her children that's doing work in the art and science world, and everybody out there. So once again, happy Mother's Day forever. Happy Mother's Day forever to all of you beautiful mothers out there. I'm gonna get on out of here and move on. It is now 39 minutes after the hour. So y'all be safe out there, family. Y'all stay strong out there, stay out of trouble, and stay healthy. I just finished my coconut water. I had some coconut water while I was going through the show. So it's a beautiful thing. And then I'm going to get a little stretch on, little yoga stretch on, Kemetic yoga stretch on before I go to bed to get my body a little relaxed. So, you know, at 53, I'm still keeping my body going and keeping my health going, and you know, helping my mother to keep her health going. She's 81, so I'm glad I came back into town and I'm here with her and making sure everything is all right. So y'all be safe out there, family. And I'm going to end with my song, of course. Like my former wife said, that we are singers, and my songs went up to number 5 on the reggae charts back in the day. This song wasn't 5 on the reggae chart that I'm about to play, but it's a song that I'm about to turn into a book form. And look out for that book when it comes out. And that's called One Life to Live. One Life to Live, because that's right. We only have one life to live. And let me see. I see that. I see that. Let me see. Let me go over here. Let me go to my promotions before we get off. If you do want to set up a Numerovation consultation, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And we could set up our consultation. I'm kind of booked definitely for this week. I think Friday I got a few. I mean, I've been on the roll. Thank the creator, thank the ancestors. I've been on the roll. So do be patient. Once you do circulate the funds, I will put you on the schedule and I will get to you definitely at a timely fashion when everything is in order, because I'm about taking care of and giving you that numerovational guidance so you can be your very best at what you want to do and how you want to do, because that's how I'm still able to develop and grow. And please, if you can, go and get my books. Of course, this one is called No Promotion is Bad Promotion, and All Publicity is Good Publicity. Just spell my name right. This is my world of promotion and productions and how to build your own business from a small to a larger level if you want to do that. Also, the other book is Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. That's right. Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. The introductory to numerology from my perspective and from those that I've studied around the world. And the other one here is Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. Numbers are simple. Our children's health is important. Yes, it is. Don't forget. And all these books are available on Amazon and Kindle. And if you support me, you support Dr. Laila Africa and his beautiful wife. You support me and you support Dr. Africa and his beautiful wife, because they are my publishers and they are the ones that I've done these set of books with. So enough respect to them all the time. And in the description bar, in the description of this video, you can see the link to still support Dr. Africa if you want. And of course, to support each one of the ladies that just came on, and of course, myself. Also here, yes, I will be doing this holistic numerology course. Yes, showing you how to look at the numbers from a holistic perspective. Yes, learn the BAT method. That's my own method, the BAT method of learning to see beyond the numbers, learning to see around the numbers, learning to see the trajectory of the numbers, and learning to hear the numbers. That's how it's spelled out. That's the acronym is BATH, B-A-T-H, beyond, around, the trajectory of the numbers, and learning to hear the numbers. Why do we turn when 444, 1111 is around? What is that connection? Why do we connect? I go into it in my classes. So when that class is up, look on my website at kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com. I'll be putting up the links to the classes soon. kingsimonproductions.eventbrite.com is where you'll be able to purchase any of the classes that I do. And also, my next set of books will be coming out on this particular label, King Simon Productions and Publications. That's right. I will be publishing my own set of books next time. My Numerovation for mental stability book is coming out. My children's books will be under this publication company, and more than likely the rest of my books, the autobiography and everything, will be under my publishing company, and it's King Simon Production and Publications. That's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to put those few books out. And I want to big up to my editor, one of my editors, Joshua Sarah. I'll be having him on soon because he got some great books that are out. So make sure y'all support brother Joshua Sarah. And don't forget, this coming Wednesday, we got something great coming up for you. Look at this. Putting it on the page right now. This coming Wednesday, this is what we got coming up for you. So make sure you tune in. I'm going to have astro numerologists or astro numerical analysts. The one, the only Kaya French will be on with me on Wednesday, May the 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. She is going to be on with us, and we're going to get it in and have some fun. So make sure you tune in this coming Wednesday and tell a friend, and let them friends come on and show, and let them friends come and give it that vibe. All right. Look, I'm going to get on out of here. It is now 10:45. And I want to thank you all for being a part of my journey here on King Simon Presents. And make sure you share the videos, like the videos, and tell people that they need to be a part, be a part of this movement, because we're here trying to be responsible. We're teaching responsibly on here. I'm bringing content from different new people, not just the old people. I'm meeting the young with the new, and we're trying to mesh all the great talent that's out there. And if you want to advertise on my business, please. If you want to advertise on business, please. And I want educational products, whether it's on my business platform. On my platform, I want educational, metaphysics, health, whatever you can promote, as long as it ain't nothing raunchy and crazy. I want to show the respect for our people, because I like to produce programs that even my grandchildren can watch. I like to produce programs that even my grandchildren shall watch. So you're more than welcome to text me at this. You can text me at this number, 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And you'll be able to advertise for the whole month right here on King Simon Presents, because I come on usually every either Sunday or Wednesday. Those are my one of my two good days in numerology. I was born on a Wednesday, and Sunday is connected to the number one. So yeah, you see, when you do a session with me, when you do a numerovation session, I also give you your challenge days, and I give you your power days and numbers also, and your power months. And I give you your challenge days, your challenge numbers, and your challenge months when you do a session with me. So if you want to advertise with me, boom, that's the number to text me at. If you want to do a session with me, that's the number to text me at also. All right. So it is your brother about to sign on out. I want to thank again all those beautiful sisters that came, and want to thank you for being who you are and loving you and enjoying the reset, because the more you reset, you're going to come back and restart. I hope everybody is getting into technology, because we're in the age, tipping the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius is that rebel energy, but it's also that technological energy, and we got to use technology. If you got a vision, a goal, an aspiration, then take your aspiration to the technical aspects and turn up, because that's what I'm doing. I'm turning up, and I'm Aquarius, so this is my age for the next 2,000 years. I'm working this age. I may not live that long, but I'm gonna work this mother flipping age. Look, I got children's books coming out. I got other books coming out. I got more products coming out. We ain't gonna stop, because it's about, and look out for my Numerovation motivational audio. My Numerovation motivational audio. So we're going to do it. It's a Numerovational audio that I'm going to be motivating you with the numbers, because all the numbers run through your chart. Every one of the numbers run through your chart, whether it's by the minute, by the day, by the month, by the year, it runs through your chart. And once y'all understand that numbers don't lie, people lie to themselves, and that numbers are the language of the universe, you'll be right on point. You'll be right on time. You'll be right focused, and you'll be ready. All right. Rest in peace to Andre Harrell, someone I met when I was working security back in the day, the late, great Andre Sorrell. Big up to him. He just passed on. And Little Richard, of course, I've watched him on the James Brown movie. Used to watch him on television. Big up to Little Richards. All those ancestors that are transitioning, those great ones, the musical ones, a part of the world there, all the great ones that have passed on recently during this whole event, this whole reset. Enough respect to those energies right there. All right. Love, peace, soul. And as the one, the only Marcus Garvey used to say, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. I am out of here. I love you. I respect you. Y'all stay focused, and y'all stay out of trouble. Okay. This is my song, One Life to Live. And this is going to be a children's book very soon. I already finished writing it. I'm just waiting for the illustrator. We're going to make it happen. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Peace.
We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, 'cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know, that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that we know, that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it no matter what they say. You should always try to